Mentor, an experienced and trusted advisor. That's a noun. Verb, advise, train, someone, especially a younger colleague. Both trainees were expertly mentored by a site supervisor. A mentor, what it means to be a mentor. A mentor may share with a mentee or a protege information about his or her own career path, as well as provide guidance, motivation, emotional support, and role modeling. What is the role of a mentor? Some of the responsibilities of mentors are to provide guidance, advice, feedback, and support to the mentee. I I don't know. I don't think I've had many mentors, or at least that they were in that role where it was, hey kid, I'm gonna be your mentor, and you're gonna follow my lead, and I'm gonna teach you everything I know because you're coming up in what it is that I do. Never really, it never really went in that direction for me. I've learned stuff from people. I've admired some people's drive, but it has never uh, been like a dedicated education for things like that. I, I I don't see that happening. Like, there were little bits and pieces that people that I've interacted with is like, I really like that about that person, and I am going to implement that in my life and how I carry myself and what I do and all of that. But it was never really a mentor mentee type thing. Like, I just don't, I don't remember or having anything like that. I've had instructors. I've had, uh, I've sought information. I've rarely sought advice because I would always try to fix my own problems. Maybe that is where my issue lies, is that I felt like I needed to correct everything that was wrong with me as opposed to going to someone else. And the people that I did go to, I wouldn't have called them mentors. They were just giving advice for that one situation. They weren't trying to show me a new pathway. They weren't trying to guide me like they were. That wasn't happening. Even now, I am leading my children by example, but for my oldest son, football, he has an actual mentor. I am his father. I give him guidance. I give him information. But he has a mentor that he goes to, that he confides in, and that is showing him a broader picture. I don't know if that's the best way or the best plan that on how things should go, but that's actually what's happening. I've mentored or given advice to other men, but I don't look at it as I'm being their mentors. I've guided them through problems. I've helped them walk through and find solutions to their problems. I've trained people in many different avenues. I've trained people uh, working for the telephone company. I've trained people for fighting. I've trained people for driving. But it's never been a mentorship. I've never taken anyone under my wing unless I'm missing something. Like Saw, he has a list of mentors, people that took him under their wing and taught them everything that they knew so that he could become better. Or I wonder if Eddie Rowland was my mentor, because I learned from him not only how to fight, I learned from him how to be a husband. I learned from him what a family looks like, or what a family should look like. So maybe he was my mentor, but not in a like, hey kid, I'm gonna mentor you. No, we were brothers on that battlefield of fighting, and he had more experience than me. He was the one that opened up a school. He inspired me to become better. But again, I don't know if that was a mentorship, because those lines weren't drawn. It wasn't, hey, I am going to be this for you. Or is that how mentorship work? That's one thing that I wonder. If it is just a series of being advised by a person, not just one thing like, hey, I got a question, I got a problem, can you help me with this? Or is it like a constant thing? Where does it end? When is that mentorship over? Or are you just given a little bit of a nugget, a little seed that's planted, and then you need to blossom? And because of that seed, you that was their process of mentoring you. This I wonder. I tried. What was his name? Pops. Pops was a bouncer that was also a professional boxer out of not Hoboken. What is that town up there in North Jersey? Oh, I can't think of the name of the town. Like the Jersey City, Hoboken area. He was out of there. And it's a town that starts with a B that's up there. Can't think of it at all. But I started to look to him as a mentor or something like that. But he was just teaching me the hustle. The hustle of life, the hustle of being a bouncer, protecting yourself in this arena, which was being a nightclub bouncer, not getting taken advantage of by the establishments that you're working at, and not getting taken advantage of by the clientele. The clientele has to respect you, the management has to respect you, and they all have to come to you because they know the importance of you. That's something that he taught me. That helped me to feel like I'm the most important person in the room, because I'm the gatekeeper. The people don't get into the party unless I let them in. The business owners don't make any money unless I let people in. Like, oh, you got to let people in. Okay, I'll just let everybody in. And when they fight and bring weapons and stuff in there and shut down your business, then what? Oh, we don't want that to happen, so stop questioning me about what I'm doing and I will get people in there when I see fit. People outside on the line, oh, what's taking so long to get inside? Like, blah, 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 blah. Like, don't worry about it. Make sure you have your IDs out and be ready to be searched. And I will let you in one by one as I see fit. So, that education that I got from Pops, he, what was Lenny something. I need to look him up, see if I can find him, see if he's on Facebook or any of that other stuff. Most likely not. But his first name was Lenny, and he went by Pops, but don't remember his last name, at least right now. Maybe it'll pop up in my head. But he showed me how important I was. I was in control. In any situation, I can be in control. As long as I put my foot down for whatever it is that I need to do. And that's what I did. That's what I continue to do to this day. When I walk in a place, this is my place now. People don't understand how that works, but once I walk in the door, people recognize that's what's happening now. They are no longer in control. So, I guess that's the one person that, well, actually two people that had long-lasting impacts on my life as mentors. It would be Eddie Rowland and Pops. I need to populate that list more. The more and more I go on, the more education that I get from people. Unintentionally, Bear Independent would fall in that category because he and I don't talk much, but when we do, it's very impactful. Then on top of that, all the things that he's doing, it shows me the different paths in life with some of the businesses that I've had and created in the past and tried to take on all those burdens on myself. That is showing me that you need people. Without people, you fail. So that's one of the things that I'm learning from him. From Saw, more education is needed from him. But every time I get a lesson from him, it is ingrained in me because I had to struggle and stress to understand it. It wasn't as much stress as he had to go through when he learned those problems and those solutions. But for me, they stuck. How he educates, it's almost like a repetition thing without you doing it over and over again, but it is hammered into you to stick. You will never forget training with him. You will never forget preparing to train with him. So, that's my top 4. Maybe I'm going to have to reevaluate this list. I think this is going to have to become a reoccurring thing to where I can look to see who was a mentor for me. So as I add up that list going along, who was very impactful on me? And then I wonder who I'm an impact on. The people that I've had conversations with, a lot of times they're very short, but you see the results of it later on. When people would say, "Oh, you're such a great dad," it's like, well, you tell me that I'm a great dad when my child turns 35. That is the testament to me. If I can, one, have them survive to 35, two, be a part of their life to where they made something of themselves, then that's where I could be proud at. Right now, it's still a little bit of a struggle. It's I can't accept it like, oh, you're such a good father. Like, no. I am giving knowledge and information, and if they retain it, then I can accept that. Just like the Father up above. The Father gives information and knowledge, but so many of us have gone astray. He's supposed to be the ultimate mentor. He is ordained so many to get you on the right path. He has a gospel and a rule book for you to read and follow. But still, so many lose their way in their path. So how does he judge himself as the ultimate mentor? That's what I wonder. But for all of you watching, who are your mentors? And have you been a mentor to people? If so, let me know. Shalom.